Hello everyone, Thempire Ian here with more new cards. We've got two videos this time around, so make sure you keep an eye out for the other one that covers the new lore archetypes, but obviously you clicked on this one that has the new assault mode cards. But first up, a couple of random cards. We've got Magnet Warrior Omega Plus, a new Magnet Warrior card. This is kind of interesting because Magnet Warriors have some good cards. I wouldn't say they're great, but like there's some good stuff in Magnet Warriors, and they're part of Rock, which has a lot of good cards in it as a typing, and a lot of good like cards that care about the typing. You got your block dragons, obviously, but you also have the Adamanticators just in general. So a good Rock archetype to go alongside Adamanticators could be really interesting, actually. Let's see what's going on here. We got a level 4. Level 4. We'll say that correctly this time. Yeah, there we go. Earth Rock Effect Monster, 800 attack, 1900 defense. You can only use the first second. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can destroy one other rock monster in your hand or face up field. If you do special on this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. So like this is kind of interesting because that is something you could use to like pop a block dragon and then proc its effect. I don't know if that's particularly good. And then when an earth monster on the field activates its effects, quick effect, you can tribute this card and target a face-up monster on the field, change the face-down defense position. Why is this even a Magnet Warrior? This isn't like, it's a generic rock card, so it helps Magnet Warriors as a typing because it's rock. But like, it doesn't do anything to further the Magnet Warrior game plan, and it's not like there's such a solid archetype that they... It is a name, I guess, in the archetype. What a strange card. Why does this card exist? It is a V-jump, so I guess that's why. I don't know. This one's very strange. Next up, Wake Cup. We got a new Wake Cup. Earl. That's not what Earl Grey looks like. I guess it kind of looks like that darker spot right there. It's like there's a lot of orange up at the top though. Level 7 Wind Aqua Flip Effect Monster. That's a really interesting typing. Wind Aqua. 2700, 400 defense. You can use the first, second, and third effects discarding once per turn. If this card is in your hand, you can discard one of their flip monsters. You use special summon this card in attack position or face down defense position. Interesting. And then you can send flip. You can send up face up cards your opponent controls up to the graveyard up to the number of flip monsters you control. Yeah. During the end phase, you can target one flip monster in your graveyard, special summon it to the face down defense position. Okay. That part's not bad. So that's why you might want to special summon in an attack position. Also the attack stat. Setting it with that tiny little defense stat, it's like you really want to have Book of Taiyu. All the other Wake Ups are flip monsters too, right? So this is kind of becoming like a little bit of a flip archetype. Hold up. Let's find out. Wake Cup. Wake Up. Yeah, they are. Makia, target a face down defense monster on the field, changes the attack position. Build this card in the flip monster for some most in the defense position. That's pretty good. So these are all like trying to be generic flip support in a way. Oh wait, this one once per turn in any phase changes the face down defense position. It's still a flip effect. What is it? If it's flip face up, you can target a face up monster on the field. It gains 1000 attack, which send it to the graveyard during the end phase. And then it has a thing to change a face up to a face down to face up to proc effects. I don't know. These feel like they're not quite good enough, and like I feel like most flip decks have better stuff going on. I don't know. All right, let's take a look at the main event here. Assault mode cards. Now, there's some really good assault mode cards, and there's some really bad assault mode cards. So a lot of really, really bad ones. And then there's the level 1, whose name I'm blanking on for some reason. We could just type it in. Assault mode. I'm sure it'll show up. Reflector. I'm already figuring it out. So I'm pretty sure it's Reflector. Is Reflector showing up here? Surely Reflector will show up here. No, really? We're not gonna. Oh, there it is. There he is. Reflector. The level 1 that can search Assault Mode Activate, or a card that specifically lists Assault Mode Activate as a text, so you can get the Assault Beast Search, the Assault Mode Activate, and then you can reveal the Assault Mode Activate to activate the second effect. to summon that monster that mentions Assault Mode Activate to the field, and it increases level by 1 to 4, letting you synchro summon, and then use the Assault Mode Activate theoretically to make a monster. But most of the time you're not doing that because the assault modes are really big bricks. Like if we go to Assault Mode Activate, it says tribute a synchro monster, especially an assault mode monster whose name includes a attributed monster's name from your deck in attack position. So it has to be specifically from the deck. If you draw into it, you're screwed. So we've got new assault mode monsters that will hopefully fix some of those problems, because Stardust Assault Mode is actually a pretty strong card. It's got a whole negate on it, if I remember correctly. Most of the other assault modes are kind of ass, but Stardust Assault Mode, when the card effect is activated, quick effect, tribute this card, negate the activation if you destroy it during the end phase of this effect is activated, special summon it. So it has the Stardust like blink out effect, although it tributes itself instead of destroying itself. Or does Stardust usually tribute itself? Anyways, maybe it does. I don't remember actually. Anyways, instead of being a destruction protection, it is a Omni negate. So if we have an easy way to get that out, that's really cool. Look at that art. The rendering on that's pretty crazy. Junk Warrior Assault Mode. This actually makes a lot of sense for an assault mode, I think. I will notice though, if I'm remembering quickly, Stardust Assault Mode, how much is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Stardust is an 8, right? So it goes up by 1 level. I think most of them go up by 1 level, right? But here, Junk Warrior is going up by 2 levels because it's a 5. I think that's interesting. Not like super interesting, but a little interesting. 2800 attack, 1800 defense. Cannot be normal summon or set. Must be summoned with assault mode. Gains 1000 attack for each assault mode monster you control. So it has like a version. This is the cool thing about the assault modes, is that they have like a version of an effect that the monster already had. So it has that effect, the one that gains you attack. This card battles the monster, any battle damage inflicted to your opponent is doubled. Okay, cool. Little bit of a OTK tool, I guess. Unaffected your opponent's activated monster effects. Really, okay, so it's a little bit of a towers. It's just a tiny bit of a towers. If this card is destroyed, you can target a Junk Warrior in your graveyard, return it to the extra deck, and you special summon it. This is treated as a synchro summon. That's interesting. Doesn't really help the bricking problem with the deck, but you know. Here's a Crimson Blader Assault Mode. Oh, cool. And Crimson Blader is a 9, so this one's going up by 1 level. I don't know why Junk Warrior goes up by 2, but maybe they just thought an Assault Mode couldn't be less than 7 stars. Level 10 Fire Warrior, Special Summon Effect Monster, 33,000, or 3,300, sorry, 3,100. Cannot be normal summon set, must be special summon with Assault Mode. You can only use the first effect of this card once per turn. Reveal this card in your hand, add Assault Mode Activate or a card that mentions it from your deck to your hand. Shuffle this card to the deck. There we go! We gave one of the Assault Mode cards the fucking Full Metal Dragon effect, and that fixes the whole damn thing. I mean, just for this one card, but still. Reveal this card in your hand, add an Assault Mode Activate, or... yeah, we did that one. Shuffle in the deck. Your opponent can activate the effect of level 5 or higher monsters, special for the extra deck. So that's like an effect version of the Crimson Blader. Crimson Blader's effect is when you attack into a monster and destroy it. I believe you have to destroy it. The opponent cannot summon a level 5 or higher monster for the next turn. And this negates their effects. Or doesn't negate them, prevents them from being activated. Just a floodgate effect there. But only for decks that have high level monsters. If this card is destroyed, you can special summon a Crimson Blader from your graveyard, so it has that effect as well. Wait, did the old ones have that? This card in the field is destroyed, target a Stardust. Yeah, it does. But only Junk Synchron treats it as a synchro summon. Like it sends it back to the extra deck and then treats it as a synchro summon. Not even Crimson Blader does that. All right, what's we got next? Assault Lich. 1500, level 4 Dark Zombie Tuner. If this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon a monster that mentions Assault Mode Activate or 1 level 4 lower zombie monster from your graveyard. That's interesting that it has the zombie effect too. That's cool. If this card you control be used as secret material, you could treat it as a non-tuner. Oh, interesting. If this card is sent to the graveyard as single material, add an Assault Slash or Assault Counter from your deck to your hand. Okay, let's read those. That's Assault Reboot, Assault Revival, Assault Overload, Assault Counter. Activate only while you have an assault monster. Negate the activation of spell, trap, card, effect, or trap card or effect monsters. Okay, Omni Negate. The worst worded card of all time. That's not true, but it's pretty bad. There's a lot worse. I assume Assault Slash is something we'll see down here. No? Okay. In that case, back over here, where we'll find it eventually. Assault Slash. There it is. Activate only when you control assault monster. Destroy all face-up monsters on the field. Okay, cool. All face-up monsters, including your own. Okay. So we'll probably grab the Omni Negate, right? I think that makes sense. And then we have a Synchro monster specific to the archetype, I guess, but also not one that has an assault mode. Nightwing Priestess, a level 8 wind spellcaster synchro monster, 25/25. A tuner and a non-tuner, or one or more non-tuners, generic. You can only use the first and second extra card once per turn. If this card is special summon, you can set one assault mode activate from your hand, deck, or graveyard. It can be activated this turn. Yeah. And that seems alright. Just another way to search the thing. So you can use the Assault Lich instead of, like, as your normal, instead of having to go into, like, the Psi Reflector to get the Assault Beast, and then the Assault Beast, and then doing it that way. Then you can discard a card, add to your hand, or special summon a monster from your deck that mentions Assault Mode activate. Also, you can special summon your extra deck for the rest of the turn, except for Synchro monsters. So that also lets you get into Psi Reflector. Like, you can go Assault Lich only from the graveyard, though. Like, you can do like getting a guy into the graveyard using Assault Lich to get it out. Making, if it's the materials for an 8, you make Nightwing Priestess. And in Nightwing Priestess get out Psi Reflector. Psi Reflector do some stuff too. You've got an Assault Mode activate, you get whatever you get off a Psi Reflector. These are cool. And we got a field spell too. Dual Evolution Assault Zone. You can see the Crimson and the Stardust Dragons. Because those are the two guys with assault modes. You can only activate one card with this card name per turn. You can only use the third effect of this card name once per turn. If this card resolves, you can add a monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand that mentions assault mode activate. That gives you a lot of consistency. Slash assault mode monsters cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects. The turn they are special summoned. Cute. You can pay 2,000 life points. Once this turn, you can activate assault mode activate by attributing a synchro monster in the extra deck. Oh. That appears to be an ignition effect, which is a little crummy because we don't, as far as I know, we don't have a way to activate assault mode activate the turn it's set. It is a trap card after all. If we had a way to do that, that would be really cool. You could just get one of these fuckers on the field instantaneously. These cards are all really cool. I just don't know that they're enough. And like, the thing is, these cards are very powerful. Each of these are very powerful. It's just that assault mode is so far behind that I think you need more than this. I think you just need more cards than they are printing for this to actually make the deck work, which is unfortunate. I think these new cards are really cool. Really cool design space for the assault mode stuff. I mean, I'd say that it's kind of the same design space as they were doing for the Metal Morph archetype, but I think that's exactly where assault mode kind of should be landing, really. So that makes perfect sense to me. I'm interested to see if anything comes of this. I could see it, because Psi Reflector is a damn good card. I've experimented with it in, like, modern decks. And to be fair, the modern deck was Engine Slop, where it was just another engine that could make Ancient Fairy Dragon, and then switch you between field spells to get another engine going, right? Or, you know, if you already have that, you can make, you know, something else like Dawn Dragster or whatever. But despite that, or Omega, and Omega is another one I was using, because you can make that assault piece whatever level the heck you want. because of that, I'm like, is there something here? Maybe. I don't know. Hey, and you know what? I feel like this is good enough that you might be able to experiment with it in Genesis format. It doesn't require any link monsters. I mean, it doesn't require, but I would strongly encourage some emergency teleports for the Psi Reflector. So that might cost you some points, but like it's still something you can do. So I would be very interested to see what you can do with this in Genesis format. I think that's a very strong place for this. I guess we'll have to see when it comes out. It's in Bpro. How do we want to say this? Bpro? Bpro? I like Bpro. This is Bpro, baby. So it shouldn't be too far out, but you know, it's still a ways. We've got a little bit to wait until we can see what happens in the OCG. Although they don't really have Genesis format yet, so we'll just have to test around and see. Test around and find out. All right, that's it from me on this one. But again, I'm gonna be looking at the lore archetype in just a second, and that'll be a separate video, so you can check all that out in just a little bit. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of these down below. Are you going to be testing with these in Genesis, or are you going to try and make them work in the main format? Let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Hey there, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got a lot more for you if you want them. Just hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications. I'd also appreciate if you left me a like and a comment, and maybe shared the video around with your friends. You can also follow me on all the usual social media sites. Just check out my website in the description below for more info. My videos are funded by my patrons, Ko-fi subscribers, and YouTube members, whose names you'll see scrolling by in these credits here. For just $1 a month, you too can find yourself here, trapped in my end screen for all eternity, among other benefits. In particular, I'd like to thank Jeremy Coatney, Frog Prince Michael, Fleakill, Haru Hayes, the Almighty Ferret Lord, Fire Mizumi, and Beastman. A big thanks to all my other patrons and to my little community as a whole. Remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye!